Well, hello everybody, welcome to another mixed media video. Now, a couple of weeks back I did some acrylic pouring with my friend, and I wanted to do an acrylic pour without the silicone to do a background on a canvas, and this is what I've done. There's no cells in it because obviously I didn't put the silicone in, but I wanted something, it's got lots of texture in it. I'm not sure if you can see the texture there. So I'm going to do like a secret garden. I'm going to use dies and stencils to create. I'll show you the stencil. So I've got, got ivy, I've got some mush toadstools. So what I want to do is, I want to, can you see that? I want to put that there, like that. I'm going to have ivy and that. And that's what I'm going to do with that canvas. So I'm going to be using, as always, Cadence products. And I'm going to turn you to overhead. I'm going to make a start. Okay, so I've got the Imagination Crafts Shabby Chic Relief Paste in chocolate, and that is what I'm going to do the stenciling with. And I'm going to spray it, my stencil, with some of the stencil spray adhesive from Cadence. I'm just going to give it a light covering, shake it and pop it down. There we are. Whoops. I don't think it'll stick down. Hold on, I need something to go under there. I wonder if that square block will go under there. No, not big enough. Too big, too big, too big. Put that under there. There we go. Right, okay. I don't think it's going to stick because of it's a box frame, so I'll just have to use some tape, but I want to I'm going to mask off some things that I don't want, like I don't want that fairy, don't want that key or that bumblebee, I don't want that key. There we go. So that's that. So I'm just going to position this, put that tape there so it doesn't move while I'm, she says, hopefully. So there we go. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've got the Shabby Chic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stipple it actually. So get some out on there. I'm going to put some on my brush, but I'm going to take some off as well. And all I'm doing is just stippling. If you put too much on your brush, it'll go underneath it'll flood underneath the stencil, so you've got to be really careful. Mind you, with this being a thick consistency, it won't bleed, which is another reason why I've used this, because it's more of a paste than an acrylic paint. It'll do. So if I just lift that up, you can see. I'm just keeping my hand on my stencil just so it doesn't. While I finish this off, I'm going to fast forward and play some music. I'm really pleased with that. Just don't leave your brushes in water, because that's the best way of ruining them, and the glue becomes, and you lose it. So I'll just put that there for now, and I'm going to put this back in the pot. And if you noticed, I'm using foil, so I'm not using plastic all the time. Trying to get out of the habit of using a lot of plastic. Right, so that's that done. Okay. So now I'm just going to pop that to one side and let that dry. And I'm going to bring in, I've die cut all these. I've die cut the ivy, and I've die cut some toadstools, and I'm going to start colouring them in. So I've got the hybrid Bordeaux, and I've got 2 shades of green. I've got clover green and the light sage for the ivy, and I've also got what's this one, dark gold for these. So I'm going to bring in my little palette and put a bit in and start painting. And what I'll do is I'll do one and show you what I do, and then I'll fast forward while I'm colouring the rest of the toadstools in. So wet my brush. I'm just going to there we go. Try and make it a bit looser. So it's not quite as dark. And I'm using watercolour. I've die cut with watercolour card from Rare Earth. I'll just get these out using my pokey tool. There you go. So just do this. I'm going to use a little bit of green on the grass, for the grass as well. I'll use a little bit of the clover to do the grass. I find painting quite therapeutic sometimes, just to lose yourself in. There we go, that's 3 of them done. I'm going to do the snail as well. I'm going to paint the snail and the gold. Excuse me. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what's left in here back into my pot. There we go. I'm going to use some red. Oh. Okay. A nice rich red. Right, so while I'm finishing colour painting these toadstools in, I'll fast forward and play some music. And you could do this with your acrylic pours, even if you've got cells. But I wanted one to, I just wanted to have a play and not put any silicone in and see how it turned out. I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, whoops, get another brush. I'm going to now do my ivy. So first I'm going to take all the bits out I forgot to take out before. just using my pokey tool. Some will come out easy, some won't, but those that come out, it will come out, I just leave, because they're only teeny tiny ones, so if they don't come out, I'm not particularly worried. There we go. One's done. Let's see something else here. And I think I've got, alright, I think I've got them all now. So I can just get on and do the do the painting. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to, don't want to paint them all, I just want to sweep over them. But I'm going to make sure that the branches are the dark green, because ivy is not all dark green, is it? I mean, you can get some variations, different variations of the of ivy. You can get pale ivy. I've got the dark ivy in my garden. Or should I say Rick's garden? And then I'm going to use these two at the end, dark, and then just put some in. Right, I need another brush now. And now I'm going to go over that with the sage. Just introduce some of the sage. So while I finish these off, I'm going to fast forward and play some music for you. There we are. So what I did with these two, I did the what did I do? I can't remember. I did the sage first and then went in with the clover green. So there's my ivy all done. So I'm going to put my paint back out now into my pot. Waste not, want not. Not throwing that away. There we go. Put the rest back in the green pot. There we go. Right, okay, I'm just going to give this a quick blast with my heat gun. I'm going to bring this in now and I'm going to start and build up my scene. So I want one of these. Build it up. And I'm using my Magibond because this will stick to anything, hopefully. There we go. So I want to I'm going to use my fan brush, and I just want to add a bit of green to here. What I'm going to do is wet my brush. And I'm going to flick up so it looks like the grass is going through the you know, outside the gate. And it shows the texture of the quite pleased with that. So gives it more, kind of grounds the gate. Right, okay, so next I've got to arrange the ivy. I'm going to arrange the ivy as so. Like that. But first off, what I want to do, I've got that, which I'm going to stencil on, and I'm going to stipple it on with, let me see, I'm going to stipple it on with some of this green. So if I pop that there, There we go. Secret Garden. It's not in your face, but it's there. I hope you can see. So all I've got to do now is just do my ivy. So I think we'll have that going over like that. So I'm not covering off the S. So what was a quite mismatched background, I've been able to turn into a nice piece of artwork, just using stencils, some die cuts, just to finish it off. And that's my Secret Garden canvas finished. Really like that. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out, and you can see the greens, different shades of greens. There's a little bit of gold in there, and browns. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I just wanted to show you that, you know, if you've got a background that you don't really like, you can build on it and make it into something else. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you liked the products that I've used, you can go to createandcraft.com, or you can go to crafting.co.uk and just put in Sue Baker Designs and Cadence, and it should bring up the products what I've used. Happy crafting, everybody. Bye bye for now.